Alright, y'all, so this is what it is right now until I figure out like what else to do with it.
It was good.
It was good. I just wanted to change it up because I know I like my frog picture and all that kind of stuff and everything, but I just needed something else for like a backdrop for when I'm doing my videos and stuff like that for you guys, so it can just look nicer. Maturity or mature?
So what is you calling this whole field, feng shui, you know, what is this, like?
Queen's Corner.
Queen's?
Flowers and stuff, and I got your flowers right here that you got me yesterday. They're so pretty.
They are. They're beautiful. What you gonna be talking about on your vlogs and stuff?
Well, right now I'm doing my daily vlog, so it'll just be everything that I do on a daily basis. So whatever I do have to do for that day, y'all are gonna get to see it. So if I gotta go pay some bills, y'all gonna see me paying some bills. If we gotta go run some errands, y'all gonna see me run some errands. If I have to go to school or doing homework like I'm supposed to be doing right now, but I'm not doing, then that's what you see. Me to express myself is really an outlet for creativity. With doing these videos, you know, people want to get to know who you are and everything like that, because I mean, shit, you sitting there watching all these videos, you know, and in a way you do start to feel a little bond to them. I mean, a lot of times you subscribe to a channel because whatever they're talking about on their channel, you know, that's what drawing you in to begin with. Subscribers are just really more worried about my views and just wanting people to just see me for me and getting to know me, because a lot of people don't see me out and about like I used to and all this stuff, and being out in the social world and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff that I used to do. But now I've calmed down a lot, and so like now this is like a new adventure in my life right now, you know, besides me just graduating from college not too long ago and starting college again this summer, and, you know, just working and everything like that. You have to do something. You can't just get caught up with just work, school, work, school, work, school.
So what's your main focus for your YouTube channel? What really would you be like focusing on, like giving us, you know, points on what as your subscriber?
Well, if I was a subscriber and you're subscribing to this channel, it would be for if you're wanting to start your natural hair journey or for transitioning. That's the first reason why I made this channel, because that's what that is what had drawn me into YouTube, because I saw a lot of people would post their results and everything like that and their tips and tricks. So I was like, well, since I'm going through the same thing, you know, why not share it with everybody else who's probably trying to, you know, do the same thing and start their journey of transitioning, or just doing the big chop all together and just start from the beginning as a full natural, you know. And the second part of it for me is I don't know, I've always liked taking pictures. I always have, always will. Mama always told me, girl, you always taking pictures. You always taking pictures. So I figure, you know, besides just doing a natural hair journey, you know, I mean, you want to get to know the person that you're watching on YouTube, so why not vlog? And I've come to enjoy actually doing the vlogs, because it's like a way for me to just be me versus just sitting here and just talking about, I can be sitting up here talking about this tie. And if you come back to my channel each time, you're going to be like, well, she's just going to talk about the same stuff. She's just going to talk about hair, or she's just going to do this, she's just going to do that. So to just draw you in on a different aspect of my channel is for you to get to know me on a more personal level, you know, not to where you know all my personal business, but, you know, to be able to share that, you know, show that it is different people in the world that you can share a similarity with. And that's what I like about vlogging. It can just be about anything. You just pick the camera up and you just start recording. And I mean, people like authenticity more than just, you know, just acting as if, you know, well, she's just trying to persuade me into trying this, or she's just trying to just tell me about how to do my hair. You know, that gets boring after a while, and I'm so versatile as it is with my personality, I couldn't just stick with just doing just natural hair journey. It wouldn't just work for me that way, because I mean, it's only so much that you can do to your hair, and with me being on my hair journey, I don't want to manipulate my hair a whole bunch. So you won't see me putting out a natural hair video every week, every 2 weeks. It's whether I'm trying a new product, then it will be filmed on my wash day. I'm not fixing to go buy a whole bunch of stuff and then be washing my hair and styling it. And at the same time, my hair is breaking and drying because I'm manipulating it and trying all these different products. Like, no. I'm sorry, you guys.
Would you talk about more? Would you talk about the LGBT community and you know, like, would you, you know, with us being...
You talking about with us being gay?
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Would you?
I mean, it's no secret to me.
Okay.
You know, I've never been secretive. Like, when I came out to my mom, I just told her. I was just like, Mom, I'm going on a date with a girl.
Would you, you know, would you, take any questions, like, anything, like, you know, like, some YouTubers, as when I'm watching, you know, they take a lot of questions and stuff. And, like, sometimes they be focused on one thing, but yet, they, you know, they'll venture off into, you know, like you said, doing other topics.
Yeah.
So.
Of course I would. Like, eventually, you know, I mean, I just really haven't had a need to go into full detail about being a part of the gay community because there's so much going on right now in the world with everybody, with it now just being legalized in all 50 states, you know, and that's a big accomplishment for the United States. Cause now, if I am going to talk about the gay, you know, the LGBT community, is going to be, you know, just straight up how I feel about it, my opinion about it, and my experiences, you know, and of those that I know have gone through stuff, you know, because some people, it's not easy for them, you know, coming out and doing, you know, because luckily for me, my mom was, you know, receptive to it. You know, she didn't just cast me out by the wayside, and I got blessed with that. But a lot of people who want to come out to their family or even their best friends, like, they feel like they can't because they're afraid of judgment. You know, you shouldn't have to feel that way, but that is just the way that the society has just molded us. Well, not all of us, but, you know, majority of people to just believe that, you know, that you just can't be who you truly feel like you are on the inside. Whether you want to cut off your, you know, your special parts and become something else, or cut your hair this way, or be in love with however many people you want, you know, it's a lot that goes into the LGBT. And, you know, I wouldn't mind talking about it. Just as long as you know that once you tune into my channel and you click that play button for the video, that it's just not going to be sugar coated. You know, and I just feel that, like, honesty is just like the best message that you can just give anybody, because you never know if somebody might have just needed it. Out to YouTube or social media or whatever the case may be, because they feel like they can't express themselves to the ones that they feel that they are the closest with. And I feel like that's sad. You know, whether whoever may not be acceptive of it, I just don't feel that you should just have to just change how you treat that person all because of who they decide to love. And a lot of people get it confused and they feel like, well, oh, it's all about the sex. It's all about sex. It's not about the sex. It's not. It's no different than being with the man. If you don't have that emotional bond with that man, that relationship's just not gonna work. Same thing with being gay, transgender, bisexual, whatever you want to be called. You know, if you don't have that bond to that person, it's just not going to work. And so many people get caught up on that with it being the sexual orientation. It's not about the sexual orientation. It's about who you are wanting to love. And, you know, and I feel like I got that in Alexa. I love my baby to death. We bond, we click very well, and emotionally. And a lot of people don't get that. I mean, we've been together almost 5 years come November. And that's a long time, and not a lot of people get to enjoy that. You know, and no, it's not all perfect. It's not all peaches and kings. Yes, we have our arguments and all that kind of stuff, but it's normal. You know, but if you and the person that you're dating can't come to a agreement or some kind of median, then it's just not going to work. Because you just can't have one person saying, well, I want it this way, and the other person saying that they want it that way, because then that's not a relationship. I mean, it gives and takes with being in a relationship. That's how I feel about it. And with being in the LGBT community, you know, it's just a lot that goes into that topic. It really is, you know, like, and I just don't want anybody just coming to my channel and just feel like they're gonna start bashing me and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna have that shit. It's just not gonna happen.
Are you considering going to any hair expos, anything like that? Like,
I wanted to go to the New Orleans hair expo, but we didn't get a chance to go, and I don't know why. I guess I thought the tickets were gonna be like mad expensive, but when I found out how much they were,
how much were they?
They were like $30. I was like, shit. I was like, we're gonna stay 3 hours away if even that. To go to New Orleans.
Are there any more that's coming up?
I don't even know. And like that's another thing that like bothers me in a way. Like now that I've started this natural hair journey, like being in Florida, you really don't hear a lot about natural hair expos. They're everywhere else. They're like along the East Coast, like near New York, Chicago, Maryland, Maine. I don't know if it goes up that far to Maine, or they're like on the West Coast somewhere. They're nowhere near Florida. So if I was to have to really go to a hair expo besides the one that they just had in New Orleans a couple of weeks ago, I'd be having to travel basically. Educated too, so I wish people would come further down this way. You know, like even to Tallahassee or to Orlando. Like Orlando would be perfect.
Any way you could recommend people? Can you recommend, you know, people that are in the hair expo? Can you recommend them come down here?
Oh my gosh, I would love to see Yolanda Renee. I like to see Black Onyx, and she's the one that owns Allocate Naturals. Who else? Jenell B. Stewart. She's really awesome too, with her health journey as well. Like she's very good at helping others, you know, with maintaining their weight loss journey. Because I'm telling you, I have watched a lot of their videos that I watch on YouTube that would be like very good. Because like a lot of them already do their own like events, natural hair events, as it is not like expos, but like meet and greets and stuff like that. And you know, they educate, you know, people of the natural hair community, you know, or you know, they share their stories, you know, on how they maintain their hair and everything like that. And it's like a bonding thing. It's really like a family. It's like a community, you know. And specifically for like African Americans, we do not bond like at all, like we should, like with our own, like within our race. Like we're like so against each other, like it's just not even funny. And it's sad. It's very sad. And I mean, like, why? Like, why tear each other down? We're of the same race, the same color. We're all minorities as they put us. You know what I mean? And I mean, why not come together and, you know, try to stand up for what is right? You know, for me, like the African American community, like it has just got to get, it has to get better.
How do you feel about marijuana usage? I'm pretty sure everybody.
It needs to be legal. It just needs to be legal. And I mean, people are still gonna use it, whether the government likes it or not. And the way that I see it is, you know, okay, the way that I see it is this. Okay, the government, yes, they wanted to have regulations and laws, you know, on how to manufacture it and all that kind of stuff, and the strain of it and the potency of it. There's just so much that goes into it. But my aspect of it is like this, you know, all these years they have always been like, you know, no, marijuana, this is bad, is this, is that, you know, and the third. But yet people are overdosing on prescription drugs that are being prescribed by actual doctors, and they are continuously, you know, refilling these people's prescription orders, who are just abusing them, you know, which is basically just writing them their own death sentence, basically, you know. And people who have depression or anxiety, like myself, yeah, I have anxiety, you know, and a lot of people are seeking for alternative uses besides being handed a piece of paper with a doctor's signature saying you can get these many pills for the month, and then you're just going and you're just basically just popping pills and just turning into a fucking zombie. Like, that's not cool. And like, people don't realize, like, taking all those prescription pills, like, it takes a toll on your liver, because your liver filters everything that comes through your body, you know. And to me, prescription drugs are worse than anything that, because like, even when I get sick and go to the hospital, I pray that every time they have to give me pain medicine, that is not Lortabs. I don't petrified those things. Those things have me so loopy. Like, like if I had to take those things, I cannot go to work. I asked them, I was like, please put me a doctor's note somewhere in there, because I don't like being on that kind of stuff, and it scares me, and I can't do it. There's no way that I could just every night, every day, just take an opiate. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't, because it's scary. But with marijuana, you know, I mean, it's something that's being grown. I mean, yes, if the government's trying to regulate it, then they have to remember all the people that have been arrested for selling this stuff on the street, you know, as they technically call it, illegal, you know. And with that, you know, comes a big part with the government. Because now I see it as if the government's just cutting out all those people who has been selling it. You're going to make it to where they can't become a part of the government industry with manufacturing the marijuana, because they're not going to have the credentials. They're not going to have the money. They're not going to be able to buy the land. They're not going to, you know, be able to set up a factory. I mean, you know, like, it's just like with any other, like, business, you know, or like with manufacturing food. You know, if you don't have the right equipment, the regulations, and especially the money to even get it started, you're basically just cutting out all those people that had an income coming in. And that's my only problem with it. Like, if you're going to make it legal, then make sure you bring those people in that you technically call a criminal off the street and give them a job. Give them a way to provide a means for themselves. I mean, because if they've been doing it all these years, selling it on the street, you know, and it is such thing as crooked cops, you know, I've heard stories from numerous people getting jacked by police officers who are supposed to be defending our country. You can't be out there calling somebody else a crook and you a crook your damn self. That's just how I see it.
More of the story.
Yeah, that's really how I see it. So with that, with it all marijuana and all that, eventually it will be legal in all the United States if it takes them another 10, 15 years to get all of the regulations and bylaws together. But my only problem is, don't, you know, talk bad about the people that's been selling it, and then you want to try to make it illegal, and then now you're all high and mighty and righteous because you're selling it the legal way. And what I've been reading, actually, in these magazines, in Times magazines, and a few other magazines, is that the edibles have more of a THC percentage than what you would get it from off the street or from just getting it from a regular shop. You know, and it's ridiculous. So it's like basically you're upping the THC dosage of it for a higher price when it's not even supposed to be like that, you know. So, you know, everything just comes in stride. It's like,
are you gonna be doing any kind of favorites each month, or is you doing any like clothing favorites, you know, makeup favorites, you know, any kind of favorites, you know, anything?
Yeah, it's just now that, like, with having my channel, it's been almost a year now that I've had my channel, so now I've gotten into the swing of, like, you know, what I like to record and what I don't like to record and everything. Like, I like doing my makeup and everything like that, but I'm not one of those people where, like, I'm just that gun-ho into makeup. Like, you know, like, I'm not a makeup guru, a beauty guru. Like, you know, I can do a get ready with me and all that and a tutorial here and there, you know, but to just be knocking one out like two times a week, I'm sorry, y'all, that's just not me. But favorites, I can do that all day long. Favorites are no problems. I mean, it just all depends on what my favorites are for the month. And I mean, if it's the same ones I've had before, you know, then yeah. But like now, like if we go shopping and like doing hauls, like how we did over this weekend, which I'm gonna have to film either tonight or tomorrow, then yeah, I can definitely do that.
Okay. Some stuff in our personal life, you know, we can share. You know, yeah. It don't matter like what we do at night and all that kind of stuff like that. You know, not sex and all that. You're not finna get all that. That's one thing we're not finna. Cause
not doing that.
We'll talk about any and everything. You know.
I mean, I'm pretty much an open book.
Yeah, if she comes to me and she asks, we'll talk about any and everything together. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's just all whether or not, you know, you guys, if you like and if you subscribe, you know, I mean, I won't know what to film unless you guys ask me what you would like to see me film. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's pretty much how it goes. Mm-hmm. But as far as my channel, like, it's just not one specific thing. Like, it will be on my natural hair journey. It will be about my personal life with me and my girlfriend Alexa, you know, and it will be vlogs of sometimes both of us or just me or whatever the case may be. Sometimes there will be haul videos, sometimes it will not, you know, and sometimes it will just be whatever I decide to film, whatever I feel at that moment. Just creative wise. It's pretty much an outlet for me. It really is creative wise. Because people don't realize it, but like once you become an adult, it's just like you just don't have any time it seems like time just goes by. It's like, as a kid, you didn't have any worries in the world. Only thing you have to do is just get up, get ready for school, go to school, and come home. Just being a kid. But then when you become an adult, a true adult, out your mom's house, living on your own, trying to survive with no hands, putting anything in, I mean, it's just completely different. So it just changes your outlook on life. And a lot of things you do have to change, because if you're not willing to change, then you're going to be pretty much stuck or left behind. So, I mean, just learning to adapt to just life changes, because you never know what might happen in your life. And I've learned that many times. Many times, And I just try not to judge. I really just try not to judge, because nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect by no means whatsoever. Like, I'm 24. Been with my girlfriend for the last 5 years. I just graduated from college like 3 months ago. And that took me like 5 years to get that. Moving on my own, working, and putting myself through school. And school is expensive, whether people realize that or not. When financial aid doesn't come through and then you're having to pay $200 for a class, but you don't have any textbooks, but yet you still go the whole semester and you make an A in both of your classes. So, I mean, with learning comes growth. And, it has just taught me a lot of things. It has taught me what not to do and what to do. So, I mean, I'm only 24, so I still have a long life ahead of me by the grace of God. By the grace of God. And I just hope that when people come to my channel that they see me for me and not as if I'm just being something that I'm not. Because that's not what I want people to get from me.
This the first get to know me tag. But we're gonna put it on the spot. I know that was the first get to know me tag.
You was just asking me random questions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.